Has everyone arrived?
I believe so. I'm
Good.
done doing fire, guys. If you want more wood, go get it. I've already cut down 3 trees.
Sure. You let
Okay, Alyssa, so if I might, if you don't mind, I'll fill you in. um, Basically, the Blackwood and the Reapers, unfortunately Mikhail was not able to be here. Sonny here, who's representing the Reapers, more or less, has told me that
Well,
the
I'm
only
a leader
reason why...
too, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. They've told me that their only beef with us
Okay, well,
is
first of
because
all,
we were the UN.
I think I would like to, first of all, let's have a little civility. I'd like to thank all of you for taking the time to come here today. I really appreciate that you've all agreed to come and talk things out. I understand that there's some tension, and I'm hoping that something good and useful can come out of today. It seems to me that I'm hoping that everyone is amply represented here.
I think everyone is represented. Napa told me that I could speak for them, that they did not want war, and that they would no longer call Blackwood Gypsy. So that's what they told me.
And is that sufficient for Blackwood in terms of those two groups? I believe Jacob may be listening to the radio for just a moment. We may need to hold a moment so that we don't have to repeat ourselves. Okay.
I'm here. I'm here.
Just don't want to leave him out, yeah.
Right,
Um,
Well, I'm CDF. That bloke over by the tower door is the major of the MVC, and I don't know who this woman was doing today.
My name is Alyssa Morgan. I represent a neutral educational organization called Alcyon. You may have met with Mr. Reiner or Mr. Kate or Ellie on a previous occasion.
Yeah, I met Rainer down at Cherno a few days ago.
I had a good conversation with Mr. Reinhardt yesterday. Seems like a nice man.
Excellent, I'm very glad to hear it.
where is Rainer?
Mr. Reiner has been traveling across the country on Alcyon's behalf, just relentlessly all week, and he is resting. And I didn't want to bring down too many people to what I think should be a small, quiet meeting. So with that, can we begin perhaps talking about, let's say, what everybody needs to be able to move forward as peacefully as possible? Can I say that that might be the goal of this discussion for everyone concerned? And that we can talk about that, maturely? Is that fair?
Anyway, I'm sure we're all capable.
Of course. So what guys do you each see as the root of the problem here?
hey, I ain't above pointing fingers, babe.
I think probably the root of the problem is the fact that there's zombies everywhere and there's no more civilization. I'd definitely say that that's the root of the problem.
Interesting way of looking at it.
Another
But sadly, we don't have any ability to solve that problem unless someone has a time traveling machine, in which case you're fucking holding out and I'm gonna fucking shoot. Shit. Anyone got a time machine?
So, Mr. Casimir, you mind filling in our friends over here? Because there's no point to repeating ourselves again. You know what I mean?
I agree. Basically what I've been told is we have several sides here. We have the Blackwood, we have the Reapers, and we have the Gamblers. And on the other side of the table we have the United Nations, the Ministry of the Interior, 101st Regiment of CDF, which is Captain Luke over there, and Napa. Napa is being represented by me. They wanted me to represent them. They told them that they were willing to be nice to Blackwood, and that they were not going to call them, quote, gypsies anymore. So we talked earlier, and we basically we agreed that our affiliation, being the CDF Pioneers, the 101st Regiment with Captain Luca, and the Ministry and NAPA's affiliation with the United Nations was causing conflict, not only for the Reapers, but also for the Blackwood. Now, if we were to cut ties with them, then we would free ourselves from conflict, and not only that, but we would I would discuss with Mikhail Miller later about anything between us on neutral terms, neutral ground. Okay, I'm sorry, is there anything you would like me to repeat, or?
Major, you said that the MVC would be cutting touch with you, and I'm not too sure. I still have to make my decision upon that. Or we're not exactly part of the fighting.
Okay. Well, I don't know if Blackwood cares about that. Do you, Jacob?
No, I couldn't give a fuck.
So you're okay with the...
Okay,
fighting
let
and
me
talking with
let me
UN,
stop
but-
for a moment, because like one person is talking here and a lot of people need to be talking. The question, Major, is what do you see as the particular problem right now? And we can let everybody else speak for themselves about what they see as the problem. I think everybody needs to hear what everybody else needs out of this situation. So what do you see as the problem, and what do you need fixed?
And what I see as the problem is the fact that apparently I am allied with a group of people that have a lot of enemies. This group of people I'm allied with, however, contrary to seemingly popular belief around South Korea, they're not a bunch of baby eaters, and on the same side...
What the fuck
problem
did you
is
just
that,
say? Baby eaters?
That's one of the
That's
names
some of the
that
shit
we are
that's been
given.
going around. Apparently CDF are slave traders as well.
Well, I'm the
Jesus
Cannibal
Christ.
Warlord of the North. I quite like that movie.
Anyway, before we get off track, simply put, it's the problem for Blackwood, and it makes it my problem now. The problem that they have is with me being with UN. So that's his problem. What I want fixed, well, I would like to maintain relations with the UN as friends, but not necessarily as partners in a war that I don't have anything to fight the Blackwood and the Reapers about. The personal quarrel between me and Mikhail,
So then
It's
it's just
not,
being a
it's irrelevant
clusterfuck
to
of alliances.
so I'm not going to just say to the UN, fuck you, I hope you all die. I'd be like, yeah, we can totally be friends, but I'm not getting involved in their war with Blackwood. I will render medical supplies to them, but I'm not going to it's up to them to make peace with the people they're fighting, that's the problem. And there goes the light.
Boy Scout,
Down from the Major to UN, down to me, down to Blackwood, and so on and so forth.
I suppose I should be speaking then. The situation here, I'm currently speaking. Name's Levi, representing the United Nations. And the current situation that I'm presented is the fact that we are currently in a conflict with the Blackwood Reapers and Gamblers, and that they want us to surrender unconditionally, with allowing us to have our outposts in the south and etc. However, military heads are not agreeing with this, and they will not surrender, period. Regardless of how many peer pressure there's put on us by allies or
then you best
enemies
take
or
that
neutral
shovel
parties.
behind me and go dig some graves, because this is what I've been trying to say. It's unless we know that you know that you've been defeated, and you pull back, and we give you the checkpoint and so forth, and that can be a whatever controlled area. It's not
Yes,
gonna happen.
However, this is been an issue in the past as well regarding the family. We were told to stay down south, as we did, and then they came down south to continue the assault. So therefore, we will no longer consider any
We
terms
have
of
fucking
surrender.
proof of you and your guys fucking going for my fucking leader's head and fucking Joe Blackwood's head. And you expect us just to sit up in the north while you fucking sit down there and scheme and send guys after us? No, we're gonna fucking bring the fight to you after that. Maybe you should watch your meetings a little more, because there's always people listening and watching. You fucking son of a bitch.
And not to mention
Right,
that other
right,
time
right.
when you boys captured
Listen, we're right here. We're willing to make a fucking deal. You surrender, we'll let you run outposts in Zwenigorsk. We won't attack your patrols up north as long as they're actually doing jobs as a UN. Not a bunch of fucking fakes run around doing nothing but shoot people up and tell people what to do.
Yes, there's
That's
quite
one
a
thing you're
lot
gonna
of
have to keep
issues
that.
of imposter groups going around as well, so even if we do,
Well,
you
keep
just
fucking
have
That's
to
fine.
just run around.
We'll help you kill those motherfuckers. That's not a problem. They were fucking imposter Blackwoods.
because
running around. You know what we did?
the
We found
stated-
those motherfuckers and we fucking...
Because the stated
One
guys
look
who
ahead.
took this Mikhail, I think it was, captive, was also an imposter group we have dealt with. So it's not, you're accusing us of things we have not done, but imposters have.
I have witnesses and proof that you guys fucking went after Joe Blackwood and Joffrey. And Joffrey's wife. We have fucking proof. And you're saying you didn't do this shit. Now I understand. Mason Crane's gone. But the shit is still here. The shit still needs to be settled. Our war's with Mason Crane. So if you need to consider that signing this surrender document, you're signing it for fucking Mason. You can do your brand new fucking thing, whatever, that's fine. But if you fucking come up here and cause shit and fucking threaten our people, we're gonna come down there and we're gonna kill each and every one.
Those situations were not spearheaded by the rogue members stated as Mason, neither by any of the UN members, rather by a alternative element going around, led by two individuals going around by the name of Sandy and Price.
Wait, whoa, wait a minute, Price? Wasn't Price the guy that was in Cherno with your men, that were with you at the meeting yesterday? Price was there.
Price was
Was he
not at
in
the
Cherno?
meeting.
No,
He's
he wasn't
talking
at the meeting,
about
but he
like a
was...
week ago.
Hold on a minute. He was with people that you were... I don't know if you were there, but he was with people at the meeting yesterday. Price wasn't, but the people he was with in Cherno, when we led an attack down there, some of the people that were there were also with Price.
Yes, Price is an imposter unit going around with, they dress up as the United Nations going around killing people. So that's
In your headquarters in Cherno. This was in Cherno where we took Price captive. So that is your headquarters. Right by the International Hotel as well.
Cal. And if I may add, how do you explain the situation where the man that was in our group admitted that he was an informant of you guys? He
I
went by
find
the name
that
of
very
Andretti.
ironic because I asked around and literally no one knows who that guy is.
Alright, well here, how about this? Since obviously we've only been fighting imposters this whole time, it's been a problem. You signed the fucking document on behalf of the
Well, you
imposters and
haven't-
everything's fucking solved.
You haven't been fighting the imposter, you have been fighting us for things the imposters have done.
But if you say Price is an imposter, we've been fighting Price.
Price and Mason, baby.
Okay, but it looks like there's a lot of collateral in between. What do you guys think of a trade of information between you guys about who's with you and who isn't? We keep coming back to, well, we don't know who's with each other and who's not. We don't even know who our allies and enemies are. If you guys can at least agree to keep updated on, okay, these are my guys, and the only person you're going to believe is the leader of that group. If Alyssa, the Dean of Alcyon, comes to you and says, these are the representatives of Alcyon, these are the only approved representatives of Alcyon, then you know that those are the only people that you can accept Alcyon crap or business or anything else from. Right? If Johnny is kind enough to tell me the same things, then I know whether or not I'm dealing with some random asshole who's just blatantly using Johnny's name. Or anybody else. I mean, all that requires is that I know your guys and you guys know mine, and we agree to just deal with the stupid imposter bullshit. and keep idiots out of everybody's business.
I just find it impressive that imposters were down in their fucking capital, at their fucking headquarters, with men that we saw, or that apparently we saw at the meeting yesterday, unless that was imposters at the meeting yesterday too. You know, that just seems a little fishy. Are your men following imposters? Does that make sense?
I find it very ironic that you accuse people in being in Chernogorsk as imposters, as you yourself fairly much know that this man that goes around as Ryan Price is a fairly rogue person.
Well, that made absolutely no fucking sense.
Alright, let me paint a picture. So me, Blackwood, Reapers, we all go down to Zelenogorsk, or Chernogorsk, whatever the fuck it's called. We see Price with 4 fucking guys. One of those guys gets shot. I have nice words with Price. We all leave. Now, flash forward to yesterday. Some of those guys that were with Price under his command are at the fucking meeting. That makes sense? You see the fucking weird connections here?
That means that we have moles in our unit that need to be dealt with.
Yeah.
Yes, and you need
Honest,
to...
I think your whole fucking unit needs to be dealt with. You don't know what the fuck's going on.
And could you please explain why the UN mole that was in our group admitted that he was hired by Mason Crane? Why would he sign a death sentence like that? Doesn't make any...
What do you mean?
How on earth does it come to this?
It's easy. This
Here
is all
we are.
solved real quick. You
No,
sign off fucking...
in a more philosophical sort of approach. How on earth did it come to it? We've all got a common enemy out there, the infected bastards that stole our very humanity from us. Here we are, sitting bickering around the camp.
You know, usually we wouldn't be sitting here bickering. There'd be a little harsher words. So, this is a place.
Go the harsh word you will. That seems like in my ears.
Obviously this isn't gonna
Like
make through.
like
We've made it
humankind's just going to be, well, pretty damn straight about trying to wipe itself out.
clear. You know, if you want to fucking go sit around in a corner and not shoot at anyone, not get shot, not stand up for what you believe in, fucking go hide up in the woods up in the north.
No, not the north. Back to the south.
So, obviously, I think there's one way this is gonna go. Fucking UN surrenders to us, comes to our terms, you know, whatever the fuck you want to call it, I really don't give a shit. We walk away. If not, everything's gonna stay the same. I think that's the theme here. You know, our problems with MVC are fucking not a problem anymore. They're fucking not giving any military assistance to the fucking UN. I don't know what the fucking 101st, what the fuck you're called to doing, but obviously if you're gonna fucking join in them, but you wanna fucking hold hands, so I only assume you're not gonna give them support either. So we'll just fucking deal with the UN, unless they're willing to fucking come to the agreement.
Could I ask just briefly to hear from some of the other people here for a moment? I hear that there are a number of other concerns about the UN and the way that the UN has been run and may be run in the future. And they may be more problematic now that we're talking about it than I originally thought. Can you guys comment on that? Yeah?
I would like to offer now, I think the Ministry of the Interior is now out of the equation as far as being out of the target of Blackwood and Reapers. If Mikhail has beef with me and we can work that out, then I will use Alcyon, maybe we can have a meeting with him, and anything between us that would lead towards conflict we can get resolved. But I will say this about the UN. Okay, but I'm not going to shut up about it because he seems to be the only reason why this all got started.
Mikhail, he thinks of piss and vodka, he likes to fight. So what?
You
Why
seem
is
to
he scared of it?
over-exaggerate the situation quite a bit, Casimir. The issues with the
Okay,
Reapers
well,
and
he
you.
needs to stop telling me he's going to hunt me down on the radio. Now, about the UN. In the way that the UN operates from here on out, this is this is what I think we should do. If Blackwood and Reapers and UN come to some sort of agreement, and with gamblers that they're going to hunt down, in the future with people that fuck up the UN's reputation and are imposters, we can work with them, and I can get intelligence, and we can help you guys out, so that the UN are not being misrepresented by imposters. We can assist in that. We can also, if we need to, act with Alcyon as impartial arbiter in any negotiations we have to have. That's like what we like to do, because we do not want to see people kill each other over nothing. So we could help you if you want to get rid of the imposter problem.
Over nothing. This guy fucking threatened my friend. Well, not him necessarily. His fucking organization. Personally, buddy, I got no problem with you. But the fucking people you're representing, at least in the past, through history, they're a bunch of fucking dickbags.
I will not deny that the United Nations in any conflicts in the past, such as Bosnia, Zaros, Congo, have been the good ones. We have committed our war crimes ourselves, but that does not mean we will go down without any fight.
So you just admitted that you and your guys are dickheads? Is that what you just done there?
I'm not gonna
Mr.
deny
Levi,
that in the past our organizations have committed war crimes, no.
Mr. Levi, it sounds to me that you're saying that relatively flippantly. Yes, well, we've, committed atrocities in the past, but we're not gonna go down without a fight. So you're basically saying, yep, we've been atrocious, we're gonna continue being atrocious, and we're gonna make you put us down like dogs, is basically what I heard out of what you said. Now, I don't think that's what you intended to communicate, or else you wouldn't actually be here. So a lot of people are asking you how you intend to change now that you are in a position of leadership, the UN and its reputation among these people that you need to learn how to coexist with. Can you please answer the question of what kind of a vision you have for the future of the UN now that you're at the head of it?
On the current time being, as we were doing in the past and will probably be doing in the future, is keeping Chernogorsk the safe zone that we currently have it as, and move to Zelenogorsk as well. And in between, run patrols and aid out citizens of Cherno, pretty much.
May I interject
If
briefly?
Russia don't want you here? Because up in the north, Johnny and Sonny can also account for this, they come to us for help. They don't go down south to you. They come to us, and they say they don't want to deal with you fuckheads, because all you do is rob them and tell them that they don't need their weapons and do all that sort of bullshit. So, what if your help's just not wanted?
Hold up. That was probably imposter.
Oh yeah,
I find that fairly
Wanted,
ironic,
it's pretty
because over the
logical to assume that they wouldn't give it. I waste the effort on a person who's clearly not going to be grateful for your effort.
Here's the bottom line. Are you more concerned with fighting the Blackwood, the Reapers, and the Gamblers? Are you more concerned with helping people? Because you're going to have to pick at one point. You're going to have to decide. You can't do both.
We're giving you lads a pretty simple choice here. And we've already laid
Not
down the
only that.
terms.
It's not only that, it's the fact that you're, I don't know, I presume he's quite a high rank because he's got one of them shitty blue berets. David Black. I fought the UN with that guy, side by side. He used to be a good friend of mine, and I've shot at the UN. He put holes in the UN, he executed the UN. He hated the UN. He had a lot to do with the, I think it was the Monroe Republic. He had a lot to do with them getting rid of him. And now he's working for you? You think that's a good guy?
I'm well aware of the atrocities this man has committed. However, he has shown fairly good signs in the recent past, so we intend to keep him, yes.
You intend
So
to
you're going to
him
keep war
even though he's
criminals
killed.
around?
You intend to keep
What
him.
now?
So you
It's
just said that the
fucking
UN in the
joke.
past has had atrocities, and now you're saying you have war criminals in your ranks and you're not even getting rid of them? I don't understand.
Well, as you could have heard just now as well, the war criminals come from the people you're trying to reason with in the current time being.
Nah,
Okay,
he was
Excuse
never
me?
Blackwood. He was never Blackwood, he was just a friend of mine.
Did you just fucking call us war criminals?
I think he did, which is quite amusing.
The thing is that he doesn't seem to really have much of a problem with
Not
war
really.
criminals. He seems to feel as though that's just an acceptable state of being. So it's not even that much of an insult.
Buddy, if you think I'm going to go back on what I said here tonight and just fly in on a magical unicorn to come save you when they come after you, you're sorely mistaken. I'm not risking
Alright.
my people's life. We're in the process
Okay,
of
this
building
is...
something here.
Yes,
Seriously.
this
Or
is...
mine.
Well aware of that.
And some of this is coming back to, again, this divide between personal responsibility and what represents a group, and leaders communicating to one another about who is and is not actually involved in a situation or in a group. And determining who you need to be able to listen. There's so much rumor and bullshit in the game of telephone, and we're all supposed to be leaders. We need to take it upon ourselves to do better about communicating and keeping our ranks intact and doing what we actually tell them to do, rather than worrying, you know, is this guy a friend or a leader or a member of Blackwood Militia? You know, I can be friends with somebody from Blackwood and not be interacting with their organization if I'm having a drink with them, for God's sake. Right? All it really takes is us agreeing to talk to each other a little bit more about who we are, what we do, and mind our business is enough. Mind our own business is enough to let the other people basically do stuff. God! Going round and round in circles.
Well, I guess it's been kind of rude of me. One thing that we got to clear up is, what are you looking for, Mr. fucking UN? What's your end game here? Like, what, if this meeting could end the best possibly for you, with all your terms being met, what would those fucking terms be?
Well, my terms being met is basically a ceasefire and you guys staying fully out of the region of Cherno, and we staying out of one region of you guys.
Oh,
Is that not
your
what they're
aim
proposing, though?
game? That's not what we're telling you. Is what is your aim game? What is it you want to retrieve out of this whole fucking land? This whole shitstorm? What is it you want?
Out of what shitstorm?
Are you
current
serious? Are you
apocalypse
fucking
happening?
fit? Are you fit? Do I have to fucking hit you over the head with this shovel to put some sense into you? This shitstorm, the fact that there's fucking infected running around trying to eat everyone, and the fact that everybody's shooting at each other left, right and centre, everybody's robbing, there's fucking robbing, cannibalism, cults, weird fucked up religions, don't worry Johnny, I won't mention anything, and all sorts of things like that.
Well, it's very hard
What
to...
shitstorm we are?
It's pretty sad that we're the ones
hard
who want to
to-
keep the peace, and the peacekeepers are the one that want to keep it going.
Maybe. You know, fuck it. Fuck this whole UN thing. Fuck this peace thing. Fuck all that. This is just another fucking group we're dealing with. This is what's gonna happen. There's three of us, you know, mildly decent-sized groups. You know, we all have easily enough firepower versus you. You can either bend or we'll fucking kill each and every one of you. That's it. We're willing to come to terms with you. We're willing to let your troops move around. We're even willing to let you have a fucking place in the winter to help you. If you're not willing to come to those terms, there's nothing else that can be said.
Are you that proud that you won't even accept... I would not even expect these people to be this generous to me. I'm surprised. You should really, really consider this. You claim to want to help people, and yet you're willing to endanger them for the sake of pride. It really confuses me.
So, will we have peace and love and fucking and drinking and gambling and good times, or will we have blood? It's as simple as...
If the word surrender is taken out of the equation,
Fuck off.
There goes the pride again. You know,
Literally, your only fucking problem is the word surrender.
What exactly
They'll
is it do
kill
you
me.
think they're
All
asking
of
you
our
to
fucking
surrender? They're asking you to behave like a human, sir. They're asking you to surrender this prideful, revengeful
they're asking us to lay down our
violence.
arms and just give in
I
and
haven't
die.
heard him to
not
say...
asking
No,
you
that's
to
not
lay
what
down
they're
your
asking.
arms.
No one has asked you to give up your guns. No one has asked you to turn over your ammunition. I assure you, if they had, this encounter would be looking a lot different. No one is telling you you can't have those things to protect yourselves and to defend your borders. They're telling you to stop using those things aggressively under the guise of attempting to help people, sir. And even me, as a neutral human being, can't deny that I have heard so much about the organization and the behaviors of the UN that I have had to question whether or not I can even go and meet with them diplomatically, sir. And that is a really difficult place to get with me.
Sir, you say you want to help people, you want to be able to maintain your outposts, they're giving you that chance. You say you want to keep your weapons, they're giving you that chance. You know, and yet this word surrender gets brought up. Say surrender. It's a word. Is it worth more than a man's life? You know,
Alright,
I mean, really.
How about ceasefire? 51% in favor of us.
And what would the 1% be?
1% victory, baby.
No.
Well, we're getting
That's
semantics,
much.
and you
The
can't even
reputation
tell us
of
what you would be giving
your-
up here, sir. Basically, it comes down to whether you exist or not, whether you can accept that. If this man is basically telling you that you can exist and have the area that you want to work out of, to help people out of, basically be peaceful, and he won't bug you as long as you won't bug him. He's basically asking you to enter into a human agreement because both of your groups live in the same damn country. Unless I'm missing something, Johnny, am I misrepresenting what you're asking?
I mean, I wish I didn't live in the same fucking country, but
It's pretty embarrassing. A
However,
group
one
such as the
problem
UN.
that you probably fail to understand is these men have been drilled all their life. They've been growing up being military men. They've grown up being drilled into their heads that surrender is not an option, and you're just going to basically tell them to admit that they surrender.
Sir, you are currently apparently their
soldier-
commanding officer, and if that's what is agreed to here, that is what it is your job to implement. It's a new world. We've all had to
However,
adjust, sir.
One thing that is harder for a soldier than attacking is retreating.
tell them whatever the fuck you want to tell them. You come to agreement with us here, it's done. You can fucking tell them you won the negotiations, you met all your terms. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, we agree more than fine on the negotiations if the term of surrender is taken out of the equation, pretty much. Is it, you guys all state that, you know, oh no, this UN shitface is holding ground over a single word. However, in the same time, you are doing the exact same thing.
Fuck yeah, we are. We're in the fucking position to.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, my name's Bo, and I've been given permission to speak now, so the way I see it, shit stick, is that they're offering you more shit than what you got now, and they're offering to stop the fight. I say that's a win-win for both sides.
I might also add that I think it's going to be very, very difficult for you to continue in the future without coming to some kind of an agreement, sir. It sounds to me like a number of these folks have some difficulties with your organization.
That's fairly well aware of. However, we have had this discussion in the past, and I've been part of this discussion in the past. And pretty much what happened is we had peace for about 2 weeks, and then it continued under some blame. Very vague story about some guys attacking theirs. So what I'm not willing to is stating that we surrender, because then they will just come after us again.
No
in the
one
future, like
has
they have in the
asked
past.
you to surrender. What are you not hearing about that? We're not, no one is asking you to surrender. They're asking you to stop behaving like a revenge-seeking asshole all the time. If you want to help people, put your fucking guns away, start teaching people something and grow some food and actually help people. Quit calling Cherno a safe zone when everybody else knows you can't go there.
Alright, bud.
Okay.
In World War II, when Germany lost all the shit that they got out of the war, they lost all that shit. You were getting an additional place, and I'm believing you also had Zelenogor, is that right?
That's right, baby.
And Johnny just stood here and
You're
told you that
gaining
he didn't give a
territory
shit
than what you
what
started
you
out with.
called it to your men or anybody else in the public.
This is working to your favor, dude. You,
That's like
We're
working
willing
at
to
a
give you more
walking
room to
Fine,
help
sis.
people. And we're not going to be shooting at you.
But in the meanwhile, you are still trying to compromise us over a single word.
Sir,
while I'm doing the
you
same.
don't even know what
Who's that?
compromising yourself would be, sir. It's clear that you do not even know what compromising yourself would be. You can't even clearly state your morals and goals here.
So,
Let me put it blatantly
And what-
kindly to you. If you don't surrender, there's not going to be a Cherno left.
Well,
We
let's
are
put
not-
it in a
We
different
outgun
perspective.
you, we out firepower you, we've got backing of most of the people in Shannara. And you
Let's
say
put it
that
in
we're
a
the ones,
rather
you say that
different-
we're the ones without any, you say that we're the ones without any humanity.
Let's put it in a rather different perspective, right? What's going to prevent you from just coming after us again like you have in the past?
That's a good question, and I think some of it
Well,
might be
you
answered
could
by
stand
the
up
way that
right
you
now, I
behave here. Maybe if you manage to earn
You
some
could stand
respect
right now.
here, if you could manage to earn the respect of some of the people here, you might have less of a chance of that happening, sir.
Alright, let's say they even do go back on their word. A couple weeks down the line, that's still a couple weeks someone else gets to live.
And that's
really
also
explain that.
when you pick up your
Someone
radio.
dies a week later.
That's when you pick up your radio and you ask, "What's going on, guys? Is this an official action, or is this one of you an imposter? Is this some asshole? Is this one of your guys? Is this personal? Let's talk about what the hell happened. I thought we had an agreement." You fucking pick up your radio, or you get together and you talk about it like grown-ups before it blows out of proportion into something that is insane and only ends up hurting people. Meanwhile, there's hundreds, maybe thousands of survivors out there. They need food, they need protection from the infected, they need fun, they need freedom, they need some kind of ability to start healing. And you say you want to be a part of that. I'm looking at a bunch of other people who already are more a part of that than you are, sir.
You're failing to show that you even have an ounce of respect for the lives of your men. You're killing them by denying this offer. I'm just letting you know that.
I'm very well aware of that.
and yet you're signing your own death warrant. Man, do you seriously think anyone's going to come to help you? You think the remainder of the army and us that we have with us, you think we're concerned with that? No, we're actually not. We're concerned with taking care of our folks and actually helping people rather than going and getting involved with these people and then having them come attack us. See, I would rather make peace with them and actually help people and not endanger their lives, make them stronger so they can survive.
You
Not
have
this.
something to
Let's go
brag,
to the
baby.
let's go to the freaking square and give out medical supplies. I'm not doing that. You know, I'm not. I'm going to make people stronger. I'm not going to just give them the ability to survive for one more day. So
Giving you a very rare chance here, baby.
What, you
Make
think
some
that
friends.
this is making
Obviously,
people
John
stronger? Did you seriously just say that? You think that this path, how easy it is to give in to the anger and the revenge and pulling. It's easy to pull a trigger, sir. It's easy to let things spiral out of control and give up hope and forget what it means to be human and civil. It's much, much harder, and it takes a lot more strength, sir, to do what these men are doing and what we are doing here now, on behalf not only of each other, but of this entire country of survivors. It's a lot harder to do that. It takes a lot more strength. I promise. This is what we're doing to make people stronger. And if you can't see that, you're part of an old world that has already fallen.
Your little regime that you have is going to fall like the one of Hitler and like the one of Saddam and like all of the other ones that were built on sand. You will crumple and you will be left in basically, and you will be a footnote in history. And the only thing that people are going to mourn is probably not even the soldiers. They're probably going to mourn all the innocent people that got killed while you were on your path of trying to help Chenaros. So, you know, you could stay here, you could do some real good, you could. We're giving you, these people, giving you the option. I'm giving you the option. Hell, I'm not going to attack you, but I am going to I'm going to stay back, and they're going to attack, and what am I going to do? You know? I've lived there my whole life. You know? And if they came after me, well, I'd respond, but they're not coming after me now. And you know what? If I was in your position, I would say I surrender. You know why? Because the lives of my people matter more than my pride. And that's the end of that.
So,
However, just keep
one more
to the
time.
statement I made.
No, I think we're down to where you make a decision, Mr. Levi. I think we've gotten to that point, and you decide your fate.
Yeah, we're there.
And it really is down to you. And I'm going to tell you right now, I have walked a lot of miles, and I have talked to a lot of people, and I have seen quite a few situations like this ravel and unravel and erupt, and you have the very first opportunity that I have seen in my time here to make something really different and special of a situation that you're presented with. You have a very rare opportunity to have the support of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and probably just by proxy, maybe twice that many groups of people who live in this country. You have the opportunity to get guidance and wisdom and strength and communication and all sorts of things to shape what you want to make out of the real UN moving forward. And all you have to do is say, yes, I can do that.
Well, I think the terms are more than to be agreed upon. I just don't think we should officially state that we lost.
Done. I'm fucking done.
Well, you've lost.
So, yeah.
Just so you know.
The
You've
world's a
lost.
dangerous
And
place, bro.
This
Don't
is coming
get
from the
started
government
just 'cause
that
we come to
you came
fucking
into help too.
agreement that this is a diplomacy, see? 'Cause if you were 200 metres down there and you're not in Alcyon territory, what's stopping me and my son off blowing your fucking head?
Nothing, however, if I don't return, my fellows in the Irish will be coming over north.
Oh, the
Really? Really?
Irish.
Oh, you think so, sir?
Already now
If
seen
you
the
really
Irish
think that that's the
ex-IRA.
case, sir,
You
if
think
you
I'm
really...
the fucking Irish?
Sir, and if you think that they would actually mobilize on your word... Hey, let's calm it down, Mr. Levi, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm going to let you in on a little secret, sir. If you actually think that the Irish will officially mobilize because you request it, you are sorely misinformed. I can get on my radio right now and start putting things into motion to make sure that that won't happen.
Fair enough.
Hey, buddy, you have no allies. You're not going
I'm
to go
sorry, but
anywhere.
can we also address the fact that this is meant to be the United Nations and they're affiliating themselves with a bunch of
Terry
fucking
getting the firewood there,
ex-IRA?
buddy.
I mean, to some of you that might not mean anything. Sonny, that probably means a lot to you. It
No,
does me as well.
that's pretty fucking ridiculous, to be honest with you.
You are some sort of cunt, aren't you?
And those lads might be pretty stupid, but I don't think they're stupid enough
Also,
to be fighting
yeah.
with a losing team anyway.
Regardless of whether they are or not currently sympathizers of any other terrorist group, which I myself have not been able to determine, just to be fair, I know that they are not stupid people. Whatever they are, I know that they are not stupid people. And I am positive that I would be able to talk to them more effectively. And I hardly have any relationship with them at all other than having heard of them. I just already know that from what I've heard, Mr. Levi. And I'm telling you right now, with as much respect as I can possibly muster, given what I've heard from your behavior and words as compared to every other person standing in the circle around you today, sir. This it's do or die. Yes, I will behave like a person and agree to what they're asking me to do and help people and coexist, or you're going to walk out of here and I am going to wash my hands and walk away, and all of y'all can rip each other apart however best you see fit. And you're not going to like it, sir. I've seen it. I've seen it happen. You're not going to like it. It's not fun.
But I'm well aware of this. However, didn't your buddy just run away, and that pretty much made the conclusion to this deal not being possible?
You act like you've got an army between you and them. You really don't. I mean, you've got some guys, but they're nothing in comparison to these lads. I mean, if you seriously think you have a chance, especially without Napa, without CDF, you are just, like, no. Good luck. If you win, then I'll be shocked. Shocked.
And then you threaten me with the Irish. You stand there with your mighty horse and all this, that and the other, and talk about how fucking humane you are, helping people and all this, that and the other, and you come out with a threat from the Irish. Do we want to talk about what happened
I'm gonna grab
yesterday?
pumpkin. You want to split
With
pumpkin?
your boys from the Irish? Is that something we want to talk about?
Hey,
Oh,
saying
I'm
that
well
was
aware of the fact that the
the
Irish
unit?
took some casualties in there.
What was that, bud?
Hey, don't forget about today, Mr. Jacob. What happened with the Irish?
Yeah, it's about to grab one. About to grab one as well.
Thanks, man.
You are fucking scum. You know that? You're fucking scum.
I am well aware of that.
And so you just accept that, and that's okay in your world. So if that's going to be, is that the final word? I accept that I'm scum, and so be it. I accept that I and my organization is scum. Is that what you're saying, sir? Because if that's what we're saying, then we're going to walk away, and that'll be the verdict.
That's apparently how everyone perceives.
Okay, no, don't talk about perception. What are you, and what are you going to do? You're sitting here arguing over a word surrender, and nobody's even asked for that. We're asking you if you actually want to do what you say you want to do, and telling you that everybody else will let you do that as long as you can behave like people who actually want to help people out, like the UN says they want to be. That actually is not surrender. That is actually, we're going to let this all cool down and give you a chance at a clean slate. We're all going to back off, and we'll even assist you if you'll actually talk to us about shit.
Hell yeah.
That's what they're saying. It's actually the opposite of surrender. What you're getting is actually support on neutral terms, Mr. Levi, if you just agree to have a little trust and humanity. And I'm not going to say it again. I'm relatively tired, and I would like to have a meal, and I'm sure that everybody else here has plenty of other better things to do, unless we are in fact dealing with scum. I really don't think that we are. But if you're going to declare it and we all walk away from here believing that, then that's probably how you'll be treated.
Listen, you remember when we had our meeting between me and you, we talked about perception. You remember?
Of course.
And reality? Okay, I'll leave you with this. everybody cares about his or her perception, or everybody cares about his or her reputation, but we care more about what the reality is. And, you know, the reality of the situation is that, well, you know what, you're probably decent guys, but the reality is despite your rather bad reputation, you're only proving your reputation, which is quite bad. You're only proving the people right that hate you. You're only giving them more ammunition to shoot at you, basically. And unless what you're doing has effects on the ground among the people which you're helping, then why are you even here? Because I still, sir, I do not understand. It's all about
Well,
reality.
I came here to make a treaty on equal terms, however, that just didn't happen.
Well, we're offering you a treaty, and everyone's offering you a treaty. I mean, we're sitting
What are
here
you talking
offering to
about
support
equal
you for
terms?
Christ's sake.
You're not. I don't know how you can call this unequal. You've had more than a chance to speak your piece. Everybody else here has had a chance to come to some sort of compromise, and in fact, apparently have. It seems to me that most other people would walk away from here feeling relatively okay if we could all agree that the UN would chill out and everybody else's fingers that are tangled up with one another could disentangle themselves. Is that correct?
Very ironic that everyone points the blame on the UN. However, in the past, we've not come out of Cherno. We've been sitting there pretty much, and those lads have been coming down to us. So I find it very funny.
Either your people are war criminals, or the leadership is failing, or you don't have any possible way to deal with imposters. One or the other, or all of the above, some mix of them. It comes down to shit that's coming from the UN and rolling downhill all over everybody else. We're standing here offering to help you fix some of that stuff, including the perception issues. We've offered a number of solutions to help you guys with helping survivors. We've offered a number of solutions for better communication and some protocols for who and what you can believe and how to deal with the rumor mill and the imposter mill. We're standing here telling you, if you've got an imposter, let it go over the radio. Announce it, and we'll do what we can to get the word out. And this is just I'm shaking my head too. Yes or no, man? It's a one-word answer. Yes or no. Are you in or are you out?
If you agree not to come to Cherno and Zelenogorsk and leave us the fuck alone, I'm more than fine, but I will
Nobody,
not
you
take
can't
it
declare a
too long.
safe zone and
What
then
the
say
fuck
it's
have we
not
been
safe
talking
for
about
anybody
all the time?
else. Nobody will even, unless you make Cherno a place where people want to fucking come, nobody's going there anyway unless they don't know anything. I've already told you the first damn thing I tell a survivor is stay out of Cherno, move north.
Well, yeah, and I freaking went there. You were like, oh, we were in the safe zone with you. I was like, all right, well, I go to the police station. I pop a few chem lights. I get the lantern going. I sit there with my officers. And guess what? No one show up. And you and we're all God knows where. So yeah, it's a safe zone, all right. It's a freaking empty city. And with people come around when you drag them back there, yeah. You really didn't have to come to this, and you're going to get a lot of people killed by this if you don't agree with these people. I mean, Jesus, I thought they would have. I thought that.
And
thought
I
that this
assure
would
you,
end
sir,
in-
we are coming here to really try to make a change, not just in this situation, but ultimately across the entire country. Johnny Denver over there, whatever you think of his tactics or his goals, is one of the most honorable damn men I've met on this map. There has never been a
Yeah,
time that
Johnny
I've
left.
failed.
Johnny
I know
left.
that,
Listen.
because he got frustrated and had to. But he was standing over there. Whenever he opens his mouth, it's usually something worthwhile. He brings a lot of people a lot of joy. He takes care of the people that he says that he'll take care of, and I've never gone weaponless because of him. I've never, since I've met him, been unable to kill an infected in self-defense, thanks partially to the help of Johnny Denver. And other men here, I could say similar things about other men here. I wish I could say the same things about you, sir, but I can't. And I can't really say them about your organization. I want to. These people here want to help you.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I want to be able to say, hey, you can stop down in Cherno and talk to the guys in the UN, man. They're cool. They will help you. I don't want to be telling people, survivors, well, man, I don't know if you can go down to Cherno right now or not. There's apparently war down there. I can't. Nobody can get them to stop firing. I would avoid it. I'm not saying that because I hate you or dislike you or want to see you fail or any of those things. I'm saying that because people are asking me, where can I go to be safe? Where can I go to do something worthwhile? And right now, it isn't your safe zone.
I'd rather be up here sitting with Blackwood and gamblers and drinking a beer than I would be down there right now, to be honest.
And we can all go do that right now. If Mr. Reiner has been doing the job that I told him to do, there should be a little party for all of us to celebrate and have some food together and have a fire and have a fresh slate. All of us talk to our people, take responsibility for doing things better, taking responsibility for actually helping each other out. And guys, it's not just Mr. Levi here. All of y'all got to walk away saying that you're actually going to follow through on this too. Right here in reality, we actually back each other up when we can. I'm not saying we're like best buds and we've got to get in bed with each other or any of that mess, but we got to at least coexist, guys. We can do it, and we can go have a party. All y'all gotta do is say yes.
I'll say
I
a
say yes.
temporary yes.
How about yes, and how about we say yes and we revisit in a month or so?
Today. So does that mean you're
I'd say
temporarily
revisit
surrendering?
in 2 weeks.
He makes a good point. We come back and we see what has been working and what hasn't been working. We talk about it. We agree that we'll continue to talk about it.
Damn button. Maybe shut up, pumpkin.
Yes, and we revisit. We continue the conversation when we have problems. We check in and continue to... Maybe checking in might be, hey, we've updated our rosters. Hey, we've got new guys. Hey, we have this imposter problem. Hey, what the hell is going on over here, guys? What do we need to do? Yes, we will talk. Yes, and we revisit. This won't be the end of our lives.
Is there anything that has to be signed?
Gosh, I don't know if there was enough preparation time for a document. Perhaps if you would allow me the honor, I would do my best to draft a document. If you would give me some time, I will draft a short, brief document for each of us here to peruse and then sign.
What is going to be written on this document?
I will. That's what I'm saying. Let me write it based on my notes and things from what we've said here, and then everyone. Perhaps that can be our next meeting. We get together to discuss what's there and formalize it, and then we sign. But in the meantime, we go on our honor. We go on being grown up. We go on actually caring and agreeing here together, knowing that we're going to come and formalize it based on what we're all doing together in 2 weeks to a month.
Well,
And then we go have a party, because this has been hard work and I know lots of people are tired.
So we are, we agreed to not kill each other for, well, I'm not going to kill any of these fine gentlemen here, and I'm not going to kill me. But as far as the UN, so ceasefire for 2 weeks, and we're going to get back and talk to each other about how it's going.
And we make sure also to
That
communicate
is
this
correct.
to our members as clearly as humanly possible. I'd really hate
Please do.
to hear that within the next 48 hours or so, someone in somebody's organization was not updated with how important this situation is.
so you're temporarily surrendering, yeah?
Levi, for the love of
fuck's
Christ, say
sake.
yes, Jesus.
Yes or
I'm
no?
not saying surrender. I'm saying ceasefire.
I'm asking you to say,
Like,
yes,
temporarily
we want to live together.
surrendering.
Yes, we want to live together in this country. That's what I'm saying. Yes, we want to live. That's what I'm asking you to say, sir. This is not surrender. This is gathering ourselves together more to fight. I am asking you to say, yes, I and we and my people want to live. Yes or no?
Who the fuck?
Did I miss anything? Who are these?
Looks like Mikhail to me and
Miller.
one of his guys.
That's you. How the fuck did you find out?
I'm a bit late by a couple minutes, hours maybe.
I thought I smelt beer and vodka.
What, it's just Mikhail? Who else is here?
Shut up. Hello, Miss Werewolf Lady.
Hi, Mikhail. Mikhail is here because he was invited, and the last update he received was probably that he would be able to bring a bodyguard. Is that correct?
Well, new initiate, I could call him a bodyguard.
Yes, exactly.
Sure, a bodyguard.
So
I guess that works.
that changed, but Mikhail was not necessarily able to be updated. But I trust that Mikhail was not up to any funny business. That was exactly one of the things that we did initially discuss.
I'll make sure I'll catch him up on everything.
There was this guy at the airfield, but let's not talk about him,
So we settled the shit. I want to go party.
I want to go party too, Mikhail. The only other variable of this whole thing, basically, I'll fill you in. I agreed with Blackwood, I agreed with Gamblers, I agree with Sonny. I said, I'm not going to support the UN militarily anymore. I am not having my men die for whatever they're doing, because I don't agree with it, I don't understand it. I don't... Is there anything else you and me need to work out? Because I've got no interest in going against you, Blackwood, or Gamblers. And if there happens to be one of our people that is
Yes,
in
Mir,
like
we will
maybe...
settle this on a later date, okay? This thing between me and you right now, to me, the biggest threat is the fucking Irish, okay? I mean, all of us can agree. Sorry, Sonny, I don't mean anything, but the threat right now is the Irish. Those fucks are running rampant all over Cherno.
Anyway, I mean, I'd rather them not be categorized as the Irish, but it is what it is.
Mikhail, long story short, we've agreed not to kill each other, so you and me and Alcyon can talk later, alright?
After the Irish are gone, then we can talk.
Yeah, I think Napa's got some connections with him. I'll have to talk to them and maybe he'll convince Napa not to fucking get in bed with the Irish. If they get in bed with the Irish, ooh,
They already are.
bad.
They already are. You know that.
I want to thank all of you gentlemen for being here today.